We will be looking at verbs. We will be looking at verbs. We will be looking at verbs. What is a verb? What is a verb? What is a verb? A verb refers to actions. A verb refers to actions. A verb refers to actions. What things do? What things do? What things do? And states of being. And states of being. And states of being. How things are. How things are. How things are. Types of verbs. Types of verbs. Types of verbs. Action verbs. Action verbs. Action verbs. Stative verbs. Stative verbs. Stative verbs. Transitive verbs. Transitive verbs. Transitive verbs. Intransitive verbs. Intransitive verbs. Intransitive verbs. Linking verbs. Linking verbs. Linking verbs. Helping verbs. Helping verbs. Helping verbs. Auxiliary verbs. Auxiliary verbs. Auxiliary verbs. Modal verbs. Modal verbs. Modal verbs. Regular verbs. Regular verbs. Regular verbs. Irregular verbs. Irregular verbs. Irregular verbs. Phrasal verbs. Phrasal verbs. Phrasal verbs. Infinitive verbs. Infinitive verbs. Infinitive verbs. Action verbs. Action verbs. Action verbs. An action verb tells what the subject of a sentence is doing. An action verb tells what the subject of a sentence is doing. An action verb tells what the subject of a sentence is doing. Action verbs. Action verbs. Action verbs can be used to express physical or mental actions. Can be used to express physical or mental actions. Can be used to express physical or mental actions. Some examples are. Some examples are. Some examples are. Ride. 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 Want. 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 Read. 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 Think. 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 Believe. 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 Help. 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 Call. 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 Jump. 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 Pat and Sam ride the train to home every afternoon. Pat and Sam ride the train to home every afternoon. Pat and Sam ride the train to home every afternoon. Van wants a computer for her birthday. Van wants a computer for her birthday. Van wants a computer for her birthday. Michael reads a chapter in his book each day. Michael reads a chapter in his book each day. Michael reads a chapter in his book each day. Do you think it will rain today? Do you think it will rain today? Do you think it will rain today? I believe in dragons and ghosts. I believe in dragons and ghosts. I believe in dragons and ghosts. Will you help me with my project? Will you help me with my project? Will you help me with my project? Please call your dad. Please call your dad. Please call your dad. The chicken jumped across the road. The chicken jumped across the road. The chicken jumped across the road. Stative verbs. Stative verbs. Stative verbs. Expresses a state rather than an action. Expresses a state rather than an action. Expresses a state rather than an action. Stating verbs. Stating verbs. Stating verbs. Relate to thoughts. Relate to thoughts. Relate to thoughts. Emotions. 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 Relationships. 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 Senses. 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 States of being or measurements. States of being or measurements. States of being or measurements. Some examples are. Some examples are. Some examples are. Relating to thoughts and opinions. Relating to thoughts and opinions. Relating to thoughts and opinions. You have agree. You have agree. You have agree. Believe. Believe. Leave. Doubt. 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 Guess. 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 Imagine. 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 No. 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 Mean. 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 Recognize. 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 Remember. 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 Suspect. 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 Think. 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 Understand. Understand. Understand.